So there is a lot of focus which has changed over the years from a product marketing to a solution marketing. So I'm a firm believer that ROI plays a very, very important role. In form of digital we talk about, retargeting plays a very, very critical role. Since we are a platform company, we need to understand the digital maturity of our partners. Regular connect, understanding your customers, and ensuring we tailor-made solutions to their needs.
Hello, this is Saras. Welcome to the HT Brand Leadership Series, a series of one-on-one interactions with top brands and marketing leaders who share their industry insights and strategies that have helped shape their stories. This series, hosted by Hindustan Times, offers a behind-the-scenes look at how leaders adjust their strategies for changing consumer behavior while leveraging media channels that improve customer relationships. Joining us today is Naved Chaudhary, Head of Marketing and Public Relations at Ingram Micro India, a name synonymous with strategies, foresight, brand stewardship, and marketing excellence in the B2B technology space. Naved brings over 2 decades of cross-industry experience from consumer durables to wellness and now technology distribution. At Ingram Micro, he has led marketing transformation from traditional outreach to AI-powered digital engagement via platforms like Ingram Micro Xvantage. He has also been honored with several accolades including CMO of the Year, Tech Marketing Guru, Best Tech Marketing Professional, and Marketing Maverick 2024, making him a standout voice in India's evolving tech marketing landscape. Welcome, Naved. It's a pleasure to have you with us today.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure too.
Naved, you've worked across various industries, from wellness to technology. How has your approach to marketing evolved? And what are the core marketing principles that remain constant for you?
Okay, so change is the only constant, that how the marketeers work. And it is not a factor of which industry you're working for. The basic principles remain the same. We need to be mindful of the kind of customers or product line or a company have, and what is the end solution we are looking at. So there is a lot of focus which has changed over the years from a product marketing to a solution marketing. So if you are working, for example, I worked for a wellness company, a historical company named as Hamdard. The entire focus was on consumer domain, but primarily health benefits. And at the end of the day, we are curing one thing or the other, not major, but those are the kind of the products. So the focus is again to the problem we are solving, and hence the product line and hence the communication around that, right? Even if you work in a tech company right now, it's not about the product, the features, rather it is the solution you're bringing to the table. Most of the organizations in the tech space are moving to solution space because of various factors. First of all, you're providing a solution to the larger problem. There's a lot of products as a combination going to solve a problem. For example, our hospitality business at Ingram Micro right now, what we do is not minimum of 6 to 7 products goes as a solution, right? So what you're doing is we're going to an organization to solve a problem. We are saying, guys, what the problem you have, what is the business challenge you have. The business challenge can be from a product line not doing good to not getting into the right domains where we intend to. So there can be various issues we need to solve. So basis that, we need to go back to an organization and say, guys, or a reseller or a partner, we need to say that what is the problem you're facing. Then through our product line, we need to have a solution in place and with a clear objective that it's coming into right ROIs. You are getting into the right section of revenues. Ultimately, that's the objective, right? And it gives you larger penetration into a large number of product lines, and we are working for the future also, because if you are ready and doing a solution marketing, it makes a lot of sense. Reason being, you're providing solution, as I said earlier, and then you're getting into the new domains and new areas where you can focus on. So I strongly believe that depending upon the product line, you need to tailor-made your marketing approach and the solutions. However, the golden principles remains the same. For example, if you have a consumer set in different parts of India versus a product set which is for a tech company maybe in different sections of India. You need to tailor your adoption to marketing depending upon whether you have to go to the metros of the world, or you have to go to the tier towns, or you have to go to the tier 4 towns, even to that level in case it is the case of FMCG for that matter, right? So depending upon the product line, depending upon how you want to grow the market, and what's your product at the end of the day, you need to tailor-made your solutions. You have to be agile. If you are agile and you have to stick to your brand marketing principles, I think you can make inroads and successes in that domain.
Right. So Naved, how do you define a successful marketing strategy or a marketing campaign, especially in a tech environment like Ingram India?
Yeah, so that's a good question actually. What's happening these days is there's a lot of ROI based marketing which is happening. We are gold on that, and that's how we operate, and the entire ecosystem of marketing I think is behaving like that. Even if you see the media agencies of the world who develops and works with us for digital campaigns, is the ROI, which is very important. If you are spending any dollar, it has to convert into revenue. But a famous quote of Philip Kotler, he said, I know 50% of the advertising goes in waste, but which one I don't know, the first or the second one. So we have to invest in the market with a clear goal of getting the right ROIs and ensuring we are gaining momentum from a business standpoint. At the end of the day, if the business is not happening, just doing brand building exercises may not help in the longer run. But of course, there is a certain percentage of spend needs to go to the brand consideration by doing brand marketing, because you need to ensure that your brand is alive, it's visible, there is a top of the mind recall, and you're doing campaigns around that. That's very important. But parallelly, there is a lot of focus which is going into ROI based marketing. When I say ROI based, it can be either leads, and when it comes to lead, the CRM ecosystem becomes very important, because if there is a lead, depending upon the product line, especially in the tech, there might be a good time period to close that, but in some of the product lines it may not be, especially in the consumer segment. So we need to ensure that enough CRM systems are in place. We have the leads, it goes in a proper fashion to the CRM, and that it is aligned and assigned to the teams, and they put up a closure. We need to goal the sales guys also in different branches and different areas into different states, that those are closed, and then we have got the revenue pipeline also generated. So I think any campaign coming up with certain ROIs is very important, but apart from that, there are softer aspects also. If you are running a campaign, trying to inculcate a behavior or trying to push up something as a white paper or certain write-up, so that people know, or the consumers know, and the partners what the product is all about, sending out the correct features. If there's a new product, you need to make sure that features are talked about, right? So then in terms of that, in terms of the actual outcomes, the number of pages visited, the time spent on a particular material, all that things also become very, very important from a marketing standpoint. But yes, I'm a firm believer that ROI plays a very, very important role, and that has to be a goal, that we are converting dollar spends into revenue for the organization.
So you made a very important point about data from CRM. How have you, can you give me an example of how the data taken from your CRM has helped to evolve a marketing strategy? What do you extract from that, and how does it come into your strategies, or how does it come into your product?
Yeah, so the way we do is, if you are running a campaign, out of that campaign there is a call to action. That call to action is very, very critical, because if you are running a digital campaign and you know what we are trying to communicate, if somebody want to contact us, there has to be a call to action, either in the form of a click through, either in the form of putting in more details. We extract that data and understand what quality data it is. It goes to the CRM, and as I said, it is assigned to the sales team. They talk with them, with the partners or the end customers, and then it has a logical conclusion of the revenue. So that's the process. But in terms of understanding what is coming out of that and how to convert that into the right direction to generate more marketing campaigns. So if we are getting a data and somebody is interested in one of the product line, on one of the offerings, and then if we have a closures on that, and we know there is a certain percentage of closure happening, we can retarget those customers again and ensure a marketing plan around that to have higher percentage of conversions, because we know the buying behavior, the habit, what they intend to buy, their interest levels, and depending upon the organization also, they are into which field exactly. It makes a lot of sense to retarget them. So I think in form of digital we talk about, retargeting plays a very, very critical role. And if it comes to other mediums, what we do is in, for example, digital outdoors, in print, we are providing a lot of call to action these days. And as a practice, we provide, like for example, a barcodes as a call to action to reach out to the destination where we intend to provide more details. So I think there are various means of retargeting and ensuring that whatever campaign we do, as a result of that, we monitor that and ensure that we are going back to them with a refined communication to ensure more percentage of conversions.
How important is content marketing in the Ingram ecosystem?
It's very, very critical for us. I tell you, content marketing, we don't talk about that much, but it's very, very critical. Just to tell you, we have in my team some of the associates helping us in the content as a practice. Content, I tell you why it is important, because if specifically in the tech domain and the things which are in context these days, we run a lot of global campaigns. We run a lot of solution-based campaigns apart from products which we have to distribute and market. There are certain products which are high involvement products. Till the time you don't convey the benefits or solutions of that product line in the simplest possible manner, I think we are in a difficult zone if we are not doing that. So we need to make sure that we are inculcating the behavior of reading through it. That would be done if the content is interesting. There is a use of real case examples, right? Case studies, and the content is good enough so somebody walks through that. The advantage is that if they are able to walk through that content, it will ultimately result into more time spent on our portal or whatever web page we create, or maybe any reading material, and that would obviously arouse interest and then converts to the revenue at the end of the day. So I tell you, in our recent platform which we have launched, almost we are celebrating the second year of anniversary for that, which is Xvantage. We are a platform company now. A lot of content have gone to it. We had some global examples of that, but we created the Indianized content, and there are certain services which are very focused in India. Like for example, I will talk about the IMFS, which is the Ingram Micro Financial Solutions. We are providing a platform to our resellers to ensure that the buying becomes affordable. Right? So for that, there is a lot of detailing which needs to go inside that, right? And what are the benefits of that? So through content, we do that. So the content is divided into three zones primarily. One is you talk about the product content, the services content, and then the content which arouses interest and ensures that the right things which we need to talk about gets imparted, and that all things together, comes back as a revenue to us.
So coming back to, in fact, my next question was about Xvantage. So I just ask you a question on that. With Ingram Micro Xvantage, you've introduced a consumer-like experience in a B2B space, is what we understand. What role did marketing play in the rollout and positioning of this AI-driven platform, if I may say?
Yeah, it's an AI-driven platform. There's a lot of machine learning going into this. Xvantage is a platform where our ecosystem is of partners primarily, right? So we've got three legs to it. We've got X4C, which is for the customers, X4V for the vendors. We qualify or call OEM as vendors. And then we've got X4A for the associates. So X4C, where the customers are, each organization at the end of the day, if you see, are digital savvy. They want to do automation into their ecosystem, and because of various factors, ROIs, business enhancement, being able to run business in larger territory, and a lot of things goes into it. We realized that when you're launching Xvantage, we need to understand their understanding of the digital behavior and what interest levels they have. As a marketing team, what we did is we identified the partners. We started interacting with them too early, so that we inculcate the behavior of a digital platform and we convey the benefits out of it, depending upon the city, depending upon the partners. So first of all, we shortlisted a few partners in Bombay. We started working with them, sought feedback and stuff like that. Then we started slowly expanding into it, and right now we are full-fledged a platform company. As an initiative of marketing which we did is, there are 3 or 4. One is we ran a 12-city roadshow. We went to a mix of state and a city, capital of a state, in 12 cities. A team of marketing, a team inclusive of product, sales and digital operations. We went together to a particular city, invite the key partners, conveyed the entire scheme of things around Xvantage, what it is all about, how it is going to change your entire ecosystem of business, what benefits you can get. All that was explained. It was a full day event which we did, and I must tell you that resulted in great adoption. That's one we did from marketing. Then within the platform, we ran a 30, 60, 90-day campaign that we need to engage with the partners. If they're coming in, the first 30 days is very important for them. We need to engage, we need to provide content, we need to ensure and hand-holding, all that sort of things needs to happen. So that was a 360, 90-day campaign we did. That's another thing from marketing which happened. We talked about content already. So in X4C, there's a lot of content which has gone. We made vendor-specific web pages, which is called as vendor feature page. We did that apart from running campaigns on the platform as well. So we are running a platform, utilizing the assets. So there is a lot that's gone from the marketing side on the Xvantage and is bearing results now.
Naved, you've partnered with HT on various campaigns. How has been your experience with us?
Yeah, HT is one of the largest media partner with us. We keep on doing a lot of stuff around that, as we normally do a lot of digital and print media campaigns. That's regular bread and butter business with you guys also, and we do a lot. But one of the campaigns which I need to talk about is which we did differently. We think we keep on doing a lot of regular stuff, but unless, as we discussed during the course of this interaction, that we need to do something different, right? So there is acute need in some of the product lines that we need to tap upon the back to school campaign, right? And when there is back to school, there's one of the brands with which we work, and we touched upon that campaign. It was I think 3 weeks campaign which we did. The back to campaign, it was not just like depicting the product. We talked about a particular story in the back to school campaign, and as a call to action, we were having the consumers coming in, going to certain tech chains, and we were driving traffic to the chains and business coming in, the leads coming in. So there was a real successful campaign. We used that campaign as a case study and presented global platforms, and it was really liked by the vendor side and as well as at Ingram Micro globally. So one of the good campaigns, good amount of leads coming in, and the concept were visualized and completely conceptualized by our agency GroupAm in the content team, Ingram Micro, and obviously your team worked extensively on that. So I take pride in that particular campaign, one of the most successful campaigns during that year with us.
Now, with Ingram services an extremely diverse partner ecosystem, from global cloud partners to local resellers. What is the marketing strategy that you adopt to take care of this diverse B2B setup that you have?
Yeah, so of course we have got a diverse set of vendors and diverse set of partners also across India. We work on different product lines. We work on mobility, we work on endpoint solutions, advanced solutions, cloud, and then you've got a portfolio of services as well. So now when it comes to marketing, there is as I said, there is a large ecosystem of partners. Since we are a platform company, we need to understand the digital maturity of our partners. We need to understand who's more receptive. And if it is not, it's a matter of concern for us, because we have to ensure that the maturity of digital comes across. So once that analysis is done, we need to ensure the right set of marketing campaigns are done. There's a lot of EDM campaigns which happens in India, but I don't believe in that much. That's also a part of array of digital campaigns. But there's a lot of digital campaigns are run depending upon the maturity of the partners, which product line they are into, what kind of business they are into, and what the challenges they are facing, and what is their buying behavior also, right? There are going to be certain set of partners who used to work with us, but may have become dormant, right? May not be working because of XYZ reasons. There might be inconsistent partner also. There might be lost partners also, right? So we continue doing that exercise through our data engine, and we make sure that we are reaching out to the customers accordingly. So if there are dormant partners, we know they have been dormant for many years. We need to ensure that we're reaching out to them with certain offerings, inculcating their behavior, ensuring that we are sending them communication of what the offerings we have currently that may entice them and bring to the platform and they start doing business. There might be customers who are there, they come after the campaign, we might have lost them, right? So we need to ensure they aren't losing them. Has to be a regular connect. So I strongly believe that regular connect, understanding your customers and ensuring we tailor-made solutions to their needs. If you're able to do these things, three things in a proper fashion, we are going to be successful in that, and we have tasted some success in the past by running these kind of campaigns. So we keep on going to the customer base and ensuring in one way or other we are communicating them. The other way of doing it is physical events. We need to ensure that the physical events when they're doing, they has to be automated. We need to ensure we have the interest tabulated digitally, of course, and then we provide a platform for a vendor, our business sales team and marketing in a physical event. We ensure that we convey the right solutions to them. Steve was just putting the presentations across. We do that. There's a live demos which we provide, and then after we get the interest from them, our sales team obviously chase them and do that. So digitally, as what I said, we run of campaigns. Then we run obviously a lot of events, which is the focus. And apart from that, regular campaigns keep on happening. But the core principle remains same, which is understanding your customer, understanding their buying behavior, understanding and diving into their digital mindset.
India is a large country, and your products and services that you sell are no longer limited to the large towns. I mean, I'm sure Tier 2 and Tier 3 and maybe Tier 4 in the coming future is equally important. These are diverse customers with different needs, different expectations. How do you manage this?
Yeah, it's a great question, because what has happened over the years, we have witnessed as well that those guys are not taken care of. They might have certain need, might be more technical savvy in comparison to a guy sitting in Delhi. They are doing their regular business, but guys sitting in Tier 2, Tier 3, as I said, might be more technical savvy and they have an acute demand. But organizations might not be reaching out to them despite their best efforts because of XYZ reasons. So two things. One is our Xvantage platform provides a seamless and a similar experience irrespective of which town you're coming from. So if you are sitting in, for example, Gwalior and versus sitting in Delhi, you tend to get the same experience on the platform. You can go and check the product lines, what is available, what is not, and you get real-time updates. So all those, so not real-time, but milestone type updates you get. So all those sort of information is available at the platform. You experience the same thing. So that takes care of the Tier 2 and Tier 3 towns of the world, a similar experience. Second is we have realized, we conceptualized this in 2023. We thought that there is a focus going on from various vendors and OEMs around SMB customers, because SMB customers resides a lot in metros as well as in other 280 Tier 3 towns also. We thought that let's provide a platform where vendors come in with their product and services. Ingram Micro comes as a partner, national distributor, and services which we have, and then the end customer comes in. Let's provide a single platform and interact with them and ensure obviously the business pipeline also get generated and they becomes a customers and the partners of tomorrow also. In that, with that objective, what we did is we launched a program called as SMB Tech Talks. We reached out to 23 cities starting March 24 and culminated with a finale in Goa on I think 12th of December. These 23 cities were a mix of metro, a few, state capitals and B-class towns. We went to a city like Ludhiana for that matter, Lucknow, and all those cities. So we provided that platform. It was a morning session We had our vendors coming in, Ingram Micro providing their inputs to how the ecosystem is behaving. So the objective was not to generate money and getting revenue. The objective was to inculcate a behavior of digitization, number one. Second, telling them what's happening across the metros and tier 1 towns, what are the new technology coming in. So the topic was AI. A lot of vendors who are working on AI coming in and talking about that, inculcating the complete information, they're getting a download. Then obviously they had a lot of interest, they're coming back to us, asking for a lot of things. And obviously the business would come later. That's the main objective. But yeah, the platform being provided to the vendors and the SMB customers to interact, and we had those details coming in from there. Then we also reached out to them later if they have any requirement and things like those. And we are going to start the new series soon.
That's a lot of, that's a very wide spectrum of marketing activity that you're talking about. How do you measure the effectiveness?
As I said, we are a lot of focus on the ROI based marketing. The effectiveness is being measured by any campaign, what kind of leads we are getting, by any kind of a campaign. There's a lot of discussion which happens so that how you can guys get a lead out of an outdoor. It's just a simple question which comes. We can always get it. If there is a call to action, we are going to get the leads. There is a lot of digitization which has happened into the digital outdoor. We have completely moved from a static outdoor to a digital one. And you have the latitude, longitude credentials when somebody is moving in, any Google product being open, all that. What happens is we are retargeting after that to a particular customer, and then we are getting their interest. So ROI is very important, and hence the lead mechanism either coming in from any marketing activation. We get that lead, put into our CRM, and obviously the usual process follows as I explained earlier. And secondly, influenced marketing is a term which we use a lot, and that's very, very important. By marketing, you may not be doing direct impact, but you are doing a lot of influenced marketing. We measure that. What kind of influence it bring when we started. So for example, on the platform itself, if a partner is coming in, right, and what the actual outcome. So influence marketing becomes important apart from the things I talked about. Then we have customer satisfaction surveys happening within the ecosystem at the vendor level and as well as the customer level. So we know what exactly the satisfaction levels are. It's not about just doing a study. It's all about getting the feedback, making improvements, and ensuring the real concerns are taken care of, and we have a strategy around it. And the next year obviously is follows, and that's how we do a lot of surveys as well.
You've spoken a lot about performance marketing. How do you strike a balance as a marketeer between brand building and performance marketing?
Yeah, so I would say
it's
that
a tricky question, but
yeah, it's tricky and it's a very interesting one also. What has happened over the past many years is there is a focus shifting from brand marketing to a lot of marketing around, as I said, ROI based. Yeah, so what happens is you have to strike a balance, as you rightly asked me. There is a lot of skew which is happening towards performance marketing, because if you are running a campaign, any sort of campaign, and spending certain dollars, that has to have a ROI. When you're doing that, it can be in different ways. It can be in the form of leads, it can be in the form of real business happening and all that. But brand building is equally important, because what should happen is the percentage may differ depending upon the kind of campaign you run on a particular year. What is your objective? If as an organization which I represent, the objective is different, then the overall spends on the brand marketing may increase, right? This applies to the vendors also. Depends upon what is your strategy for the year or a long-term strategy. But percentage may differ, but yeah, ROI-based marketing is more skewed. For brand marketing, we need to ensure that top of the mind recall is there. We need to ensure we are recalled more as a brand. For the positioning to what we stand for is taken care of. We are able to ensure that it is communicated well at positioning we have, right? Right now, for example, we moved from a traditional distribution company and saying we cater to the 90% of the world's population by one product line or the other, or the one services to the other. Then we moved to the business behind the world's brands, right? Once you got the platform coming in, and we are 2 years into it, we have the positioning of aggressively digital, amazingly human. and that's the position we have, right? And we are converted ourselves into a full-fledged platform company. That's the positioning you have. So you need to invest your brand to make sure you are at the top of the mind, and whatever you need to communicate and the purpose you have or the objective you have gets positioned in the minds of the consumers. Whether it's the partners or the consumer is a different thing, but you need to communicate well to put up these things together that there we stand for this, right? And obviously the campaigns you do, ROI campaigns and all that, percentage may shift, that's all it is.
Another interesting question. In a world moving towards cloud first and AI everywhere, how does the marketing playbook change?
Yeah, so there's a lot of talk happening on AI, automation, cloud-based ecosystem. Obviously there are certain things which are coming in, it is improving by the day, new technology coming in. But when it comes to AI, it was always there, I believe. We had a lot of data, we are mining that data, doing campaigns around that, we're all doing that. But if new things are coming in, there's a lot of AI involvement. So the marketing plays a very, very important role to design and develop the campaigns around that. As I said earlier also, we need to understand which business we are catering to. What is their buying behaviors? Is there any seasonality into that? Depending upon just mining that data and ensuring that right kind of campaigns are being done, and we take care of the AI and other stuff. As far as cloud is concerned, there's a big scope of retaining the customers, subscription models that takes care of a lot of business. We need to ensure you have the right tools, and we are catering the business in that fashion. So all the technologies are coming in, actually we see in a different way. It provides us an opportunity to come back with certain solutions and strategies through marketing, of course, and we are helping the business grow. So whatever technology comes in, as a marketeer, we need to catch hold of that in the right earnest and ensure the right marketing strategies fall in place, and we are executing those also by ensuring the right set of business also generates, and most importantly the kind of brand we are handling or the kind of product line we have, and obviously the consumer also comes at the center stage of their buying behavior, and accordingly things has to be aligned.
With so much changing every day, it's a changing world, and marketing is changing. Our way of connecting with consumers is changing. What do you think is the new trend, or is the trend that's going to be there in tech marketing in the next three to 4 years? How is it going to be defined?
Yeah, so we need to ensure, I'm saying again and again, understanding the need and their digital mindset. Basis that, we need to tailor-made the solutions, because we need to understand what is the requirement and then tailor-made marketing solutions accordingly. That's very important. Let's take an example of B2B for that matter. In B2B, what happens is that there is a lot of decision-making layering which happens, right? If our team is reaching out to any of the B2B customer, they got a need for any solution or product, or may not have. We need to ensure that we tell them about the new technologies, how it can change the business dynamics. We need to understand that. And then there has to be a consistency in your storytelling. If you are talking with a particular person, a B2B organization, as I said, there's a layering, the same communication has to flow, right? Then you have to be agile also. You need to ensure that you are making proper changes or edit to your campaign, edit to your communication, that it's tailor-made, and you are editing that also depending upon the needs. So in the first instance, for example, if you're not getting the right kind of feedback, or they're not able to understand what it's all about, but you need to continue with that communication. Ensure you are imparting that knowledge to those guys also, so that they understand, adopt to that, and you need to be agile also to make sure that the entire ecosystem is covered and it have a logical conclusion.
Now, there's somebody who has been awarded as the tech marketing guru and CMO of the year. In your busy schedule, how do you stay ahead of the curve?
So I'll tell you some mantras. I'm not trying to be a motivational speaker here, but some of the mantras in your daily life. One is the work keeps on happening. You need to slightly get rid of the operational aspects. Ensure you spend time on yourself. I keep on telling this to my team also. Ensuring that whatever is happening on the technology front, be abreast of the information, digest that information and see what best you can do. Interact between your peers and the industry leaders and understand what they are doing. Exactly. Understand. Take a cue from that and try to see if we can implement that. That's one. Keep on learning, ensuring that you're learning not only what's happening in India. I connect a lot with my global peers. We come to know if something is happening in Australia, what's not happening here is that a different market or they have done it differently. I am a firm believer on doing things differently. If you're doing things on a regular place, the way it happens, I think you can't make success to your marketing strategies and you can't make heads turn. You have to learn from your global peers also, understand what happens in other parts of the world. It's not that you have to implement that. It is just that learn, have some cues coming out of it, and then try to implement if you can do that here, depending upon a lot of factors, which is the product line again, what is the demand, what kind of buying behaviors they have in terms of customers, as a brand also what you can do, what kind of campaigns you do. So I think it's a mix of many things, but you have to be at a slightly faster pace. If you're able to do that, obviously a lot of things can happen.
You've been managing in your long career very high performance teams. What is your philosophy on team building?
Yeah, what I do is, I convey this to my team from day one when I start interacting. I empower them. If I empower them in a way that if something needs to be done or they need to strategize or take something, a project forward, they should feel as an owner of that. I'm always there watching it. We'll help wherever required as a team, but they need to be an owner and ensure they're taking care of that accordingly. There are certain timelines being built, and I'll keep on adding layers to that. But if a particular person is a firm believer and says, guys, I am the one who is managing this, I'm the owner of this, and if you empower them that way, in either giving them ample time, giving them the right set of tools, understanding, working on a strategy along with them, I believe they are going to drive results accordingly.
I am aware that you reflect a deep empathy and commitment to social causes. You've spoken about that. How does that help you or reflect in your career as a marketing leader?
Yeah. So
what impact does it have?
Yeah. So just to tell you, not directly related to marketing, this is more of personal things which happens in terms of going back to the society. I comes from a B class town, from Aligarh. So I reached to this place by doing a lot of things, working with different organizations, different cities. What I believe is that you need to give back to the society. I run a few projects where I'm helping the kids and educating them, ensuring their studies are taken care of. I have adopted a few. Then I keep on doing some social causes during summers, during winters and all of that. I'm not getting into the details, which is I think not an apt medium to discuss that. But yeah, I'm a firm believer that we should go back to the society, and whatever that has given to you, you should ensure that you are giving it back. And that's what I do. But when it comes to marketing, it's your work at the end of the day. You need to make sure that you're keeping ahead of the curve, ensuring you're participating in a lot of industry events, ensuring you're speaking at certain events. But what happens is once you interact with the right sort of people, your mindset grows right to that level. So that's it for that.
You're a big fan of music and sports. What is your go-to playlist and your favorite sport?
Yeah, so my favorite sport has always been cricket. I played a lot till my college days. After that, what happens, I kept busy in work and those things faded out. I started that again almost 2 months back, playing in the evenings during the weekends. And I'm a firm, watcher for, cricket. And what I've done is I visited a few stadiums. I watch a lot of live cricket. So whenever there's an IPL, I make sure I'm watching at least 2 matches in Delhi. And then I visited the Melbourne Cricket Ground once and a few others. So I visit, understand what it's all about, how the experience is when you're sitting there. So I've done all that. When it comes to music, primarily Hindi songs is my favorite songs to go. I hears a lot to Kumar Sanu and Mohammad Aziz. And Mohammad Aziz have been one of my favorite singers. Very versatile, and his song really good songs. His life ended in a slightly different manner though, but I followed him a lot. So these are the songs which I play. I sometimes play during the weekend some old English songs of Madonna, Michael Jackson, Peter Andre, and all that. I keep on doing that. Slightly old school again, but I like that.
So Naved, thank you very much for being with us today, sharing your valuable insights and your journey. It was a pleasure having you here.
It's my pleasure, and thanks for hosting me here.
Thank you
so
Naved.
much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Naved, for sharing your incredible journey and insights. Your ability to merge creativity with precision and empathy with execution is truly inspiring for the next generation of marketing leaders. We look forward to seeing how Ingram Micro continues to reshape tech enablement and partner experience under your leadership. Stay tuned to the HT Brand Leadership Series for more such conversations with India's finest marketing minds.